What's up, everybody? Divine here. I wanted to make a video talking about Ayaka and talking about something I kind of was thinking about and just sort of give my own perspective on something and why I think Melt is not actually a bad team for Ayaka. So let's get into it. So basically, I was looking up Ayaka team comps because I want to see what everyone's thinking. I want to just consume more Ayaka content. Basically, that's basically it. And so that's basically what I was doing. And I was looking at it, and I seen a lot of people kind of have this negative stigma around Melt and Melt Ayaka comps, and it kind of made me look at something and actually sort of facepalm a little bit, but at the same time, I could see why some people are thinking this way. And basically, a lot of people are saying Melt Ayaka won't work and it's not going to be as viable because simply enough, Ayaka won't be like, for example, there is no Pyro Sing Cho. There is no one who procs, you know, Pyro on every hit. Like that's off field and something like that. Because if you don't know, the way Sing Cho's burst works, and I don't want to use it here because, but basically the way Sing Cho's burst works is every time you normal attack, you do um hydro damage, and basically this allows for permafreeze teams. This allows for things like permafreeze or vape builds and things like that. And we don't have a Pyro Sync Cho, so it makes sense why people are thinking, well, reverse melt's not gonna work, so technically a melt team doesn't work for Ayaka. But people don't realize there's a reason why it's called reverse melt and melt. Melt is when you trigger it from the pyro side, and when you look at it from this angle, and when you look at it from this angle of parking it with the pyro element, it actually gets significantly, extremely better for Ayaka extremely quickly. And the reason I say that is because Ayaka is someone who procs cryo and has cryo infusion on her dash. This is confirmed information. MiHoYo literally dropped a Ayaka teaser little thing talking about it and about her basic kit. We don't know her passives yet, but we do know her skills, what her auto attacks look like, and the fact that yes, she has cryo infusion on her dash. And so knowing this, Ayaka is going to be able to apply cryo at an extremely fast rate. For Xiangling, this is extremely very good. And I think a lot of people aren't realizing this, but national team is going to be one of Ayaka's best, I think, teams for damage. And we already seen what a national team can do. Everyone runs national team in CN, and everyone's talked about national team. So if you think about it, kick out Chung Yoon, put Ayaka here, and this team works the exact same way. This team works the exact same way. And so when you think about it like that, a Melt Ayaka team is extremely, actually, very dangerous and very good, because what you're doing is not, proccing Melt from Ayaka, you are now proccing Melt from Xiangling. And so when you add this all up with also Ayaka's damage that she's going to be doing, you're going to probably kill things very, very quickly. And if you have just a decent Xiangling like me, like my Xiangling's 80 right now, 1,000 attack, 64 crit, and 128, crit damage. And, I'm not even running her on an EM build, so, like, I could also just throw on Dragon's Bane and run a full stacked EM. And then you also gotta think like this. We're also getting new weapons in Inazuma, so who knows what those weapons are gonna do. I'm not gonna talk about it because I don't want to speak about leaks, but, I think, honestly, people are being very much, again, they're doing this thing where people, I think, are boxing in characters, and I don't want people to box in characters. I don't like when people box in characters. I don't enjoy that, and that's just not something I enjoy. And I see a lot of people actually thinking about a Melt Ayaka team from the wrong standpoint, I think. When you think about it like how I've presented today, from the standpoint of your Ayaka is supposed to apply that much cryo so that your Xiangling can melt, it actually is, I think, a good team. And, I know people want Ayaka to do all the damage, and people think that, you know, your DPS should do all the damage, but sometimes I think, you know, boosting up your support characters and, you know, your sub DPS actually can be way more beneficial than just straight up boosting, you know, your main DPS sometimes. Like, that's just me. We don't know again until we test all of this officially, but from what I can tell, if you ask me, the team looks extremely good. Like, for example, right there, my Shangling just hit for fucking 10k. So think about that for a minute, right? If my Shangling Gooba can hit for 10k, imagine when her Pyro Nair hits constantly while my Ayaka's applying Cryo. Yeah, that's gonna be disgustingly nutty. So, that's just my 2 cents. That's how I'm feeling. Of course, I think, honestly, yes, still, Permafreeze is going to be best team, best in slot. But I think, when you look at it from this way, actually, Melt is not bad. It's actually, I think, probably going to be on par with Melt. And I actually think it's probably going to be better than Melt in damage. But, you know, you have to, like, use Shangling instead. And if you don't have a really good Shangling, you know, maybe you don't want to use it. But then again, Shangling's free. She's been on a bunch of banners. I have her C6, so I'm going to enjoy that. I just wanted to make this video. I just wanted to say this. I just wanted to put this out and state my opinion, because I don't see no one talking about national team Ayaka, and, you know, I think it's going to be very good. That's just my opinion. But like, comment, subscribe, all that is very much appreciated. If you enjoy the content, thank you. Gonna keep making more content. Can't wait for Ayaka. Be safe, summon for the characters you like, and enjoy Genshin. Peace.